CORDEX Africa grew out of a realization that the global CORDEX program was all about generating numbers. And while they had the intention of analyzing the data, there was no existing capacity to do that. And because we have a priority on Africa, we really needed to put together a program that analyzed the data for Africa. And the best way to do it is by people in Africa, because they know the local context. Well, it presents a unique and new set of information to draw upon. That sort of information doesn't exist at the moment for Africa. At the most, we have custom downscaling projects, or we have the global GCMs. And the global GCMs are not informative at the local scale. So this is a new paradigm for Africa. We haven't had this resource before. So part of the project is also to see what we can do with it, but it holds huge potential for informing in ways that we haven't been able to do before. Well, part of this new paradigm that we're sort of operating in is a co-exploration of the data. Previously, we've lived under a paradigm of where people deliver the data and the users are expected to just make use of it in whichever way they can. This time around, we want to really get people alongside each other, get the local context, informing the interrogation of the data to draw out the distill the robust messages that we can actually use. So it's a different way of exploring the data. Because CORDEX is a standardized framework for the entire Africa, it's not customized for particular regions. There's a standard experimental framework. It means all participants can participate on the same level playing field. So we want to use this as a vehicle for building the skills and experiential capacity of the emerging scientist community, as well as bringing them alongside the adaptation and policy community. And because it's standard across Africa, we can create a community that has a common understanding, a common language, and a common perspective of what is possible. So it grows a new generation of capacity within the continent, by the continent. We've learned a lot of lessons by bringing together different people from different communities with an expectation of what they could accomplish. One of the lessons learned is that not everybody's at the same level. And so we've had to implement some skill building, some capacity building to bring them all the participants to the same level so they can participate on an equal footing. So that's a very useful message. I think in hindsight it's probably obvious, but it was really good to experience that situation. And now we can put in place frameworks to actually adapt that. The other experience is that we've suddenly realized there are some major misunderstandings and gaps in the knowledge. And while we knew they were there beforehand, it really crystallized our awareness of this so we can better target and better profile what we're going to be doing into the future.